Through the hard work of the high holidays, through self-awareness, realignment, focus on the path, and righteous action, otherwise known as Teshuva, Tefillah, and Tzedakah, we can rise above the decreed fate, or at least we can ma'avir et haroa gezerah. We can soften the impact of things we cannot change. In short, our destiny is not fixed. We can change, and we can change things. According to research, and I bet everybody here still believes in science, it only takes 3.8% of the population to subvert an autocracy, to ma'avir et haroa gezerah. Talmud also teaches us that before the world was created, Teshuva was created, the possibility of return. Teshuva is as real as gravity, as central as gravity. And it means not repent, like people waving. As Lyle said so beautifully, it means to turn, to return, to realign. Teshuva is the essential gesture of the season. And Teshuva is also the essential gesture of meditation. You focus on your breath or a phrase or an image, and suddenly you realize that your attention is elsewhere. How many of you have had that experience? And then you remember, you remember, and you redirect your focus to Teshuva, to the focus of the meditation or the words of the prayer or your commitments in the world. Yizkor and Teshuva are the two essentials in the lexicon of the Yomim Noraim. And since Mativta is a meditation community, this is the perfect holiday for us. Teshuva is just one of the tools of the high holidays. It's designed to help us to return to being the individuals we want to be, the communities we want to be, the countries we want to be. Over the course of the year, stuff builds up. All the times we've missed the mark, all the times the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune have rubbed us the wrong way. This creates what Jonathan called barnacles that stick to us. Reb Zalman called it dust. I myself prefer the word schmutz. But no matter the metaphor, the psycho-spiritual cooties stick to us. They stick to our souls. They place a filter over the perceptual apparatus and cloud our vision and distort our hearing. After a while, our souls are rigid, defended, and we don't see or hear clearly. And we are unable to maintain the radiance which we hope to achieve by the end of Yom Kippur. But the spiritual technology, which includes the days themselves, the prayers, the chants, the Torah portions, the deep, deep work of introspection, the community, and of course, Teshuva, Tefillah, and Tzedakah. They're a mikveh, a restorative pool of water for healing the ruptures and scraping off the schmutz and returning, as the song goes, to the home of our souls. Reb Jonathan called these 10 days, time out of time, when we slip into another dimension to dwell in a new land, a land whose coordinates are in time rather than space. We become time travelers. On Tishrei 1 through 10, there is a vortex in the space-time fabric, and we migrate into another dimension and travel to the place where the deep work of Teshuva gets done. So I invite you to venture with us through the threshold of the new year and into this new land. And in the words of poet Adrienne Rich in her poem, Prospective Immigrants Take Note, I issue you an invitation. Either you will go through this door or you will not go through this door. If you go through, there is always the risk of remembering your name. On Rosh Hashanah, we remember our own name and we merge it with God's. On Yom Kippur, We remember God's name and merge it with our own. So let's slip through the familiar dimensions to the place where we do the work of Teshuvah and discover who we really are.